Kyle joins us now to discuss his latest legal fight. I want to welcome this young man back to the program. Kyle, let me apologize for this wacko, his attorney, and the judicial system the way it is today, because you were completely exonerated in your criminal case. The guy's on the stand saying, yep, I pointed the gun first. Kyle wasn't pointing his gun at me. Kyle didn't shoot at me, but then I pointed my gun, so Kyle shot me. That's self-defense.
You know,
What kind of crazy
you know what's
clown world?
interesting about that, Dan?
Yeah. Does he
The
think?
lawsuit does not mention that he pointed the gun at me at all. They don't mention that part at all. That's what's interesting about it. He's under oath. It's in the record. He admits to it, but they fail to leave it out of the lawsuit. I wonder why that is.
Of course. So in the civil lawsuit, what's the claim here? How much are they asking for, and what are they saying? Oh, emotional trauma. Like what are they saying that you did where you owe this guy money? He should owe you money.
So they're suing me in the Eastern District of Wisconsin for emotional damages, pain and suffering, humiliation,
Blah, blah,
a
blah.
bunch of other things. I think conspiracy is one of them. And it's quite honestly ridiculous. It's frustrating, and I'm just praying it doesn't go anywhere, because if they win, this is a new standard for people who defend themselves and are rightfully acquitted in a criminal court if they're proven to use lawful self-defense. They're going to say, hey, I know you were found not guilty, but we're going to come after you in civil court. We're going to take your money. We're going to file these lawsuits against you, and we're going to drown you in a mountain of debt. And that's what they're doing to me right now. And I'm looking at it like, if they can do this to me, a 20-year-old kid who has no financial assets, who's pretty much a dead broke college kid, they can do this to anybody. They can do this to somebody who's established a career, who has money, and take all of their
Right.
money.
Yeah. No, this is one, it'll set a horrible precedence for our Second Amendment right and self-defense. Two, this is what the left does. I mean, we see it here at OAN, Kyle, and other conservative voices out there. If you don't agree with what we're saying, the left's first go-to is obviously attack the woke mob. That's happened to you, whether it be in your face physically when you're out or on social media. And the second is try to break them financially. That's what they do. Take away advertisers. We know this. Take away cable coverage, satellite coverage. We know this. Or sue, 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 and try to take all your money, of which I know folks think you came out all sunshiny on the other side of this, but you did not. I mean, you're out there 20 years old by yourself. Your family's not independently wealthy. You're not wealthy. You're just trying to get a college degree and be a 20-year-old and get back to some sort of normalcy, right?
Absolutely. But it makes it really hard to get back to normalcy when you have to pay lawyers, you have to pay legal bills. So you have to go on these interviews, you have to talk about it and tell the story and constantly relive what happened to you. But that's what you have to do in order to not let them win. Because if they take me down, they will take the rest of us down with it.
That's a great, great point, Kyle. You know, you're 20 years old, but man, you've had to live so much life in the last 2 years, and you've grown so quickly. Most 40, 50-year-olds haven't gone through an experience like you have gone through and what you've been tested to as a young man. So, brother, I'm with you, because if you lose this one, that precedent will be horrific for all of us who believe in the Second Amendment, who are CCW carriers, who say, if you step on mine and you threaten me, I'm going to put you down like a dirty dog. And I'm a little more forceful than you. You were a nice, young, innocent kid just helping out business owners, and they beat you down and almost killed you that night. You had no choice. And now to take it up in civil court is the most asinine thing I've ever heard of. So let me ask you, how can we help out? I mean, I know the answer, but what do you need?
People can go to www.givesendgo.com/Kyle Rittenhouse. Send a prayer, send a donation if you can. And it really helps. It really helps pay my attorney, Mark Richards. He's the guy who got me acquitted, and he's gonna um, he's gonna help in this civil lawsuit and make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. So you can help me by donating.
All righty. Let's leave that nastiness aside here to wrap up the interview. How about on a better note? How have you been? Forget the lawsuit. How are things in Kyle's life? You, your lovely girlfriend, your mom. How's life going for Kyle?
It's going all right. Trying to hang out. Probably going to go to a friend's house to do some fishing later tonight. Um,
Good.
when I'm not focusing on the lawsuit because I read it and I've talked about it a lot. So when I'm not focusing on the lawsuit, I'm just trying to spend time with my friends and just try to live a little bit of a normal life. I know that sounds weird,
I know. Be a kid.
but
You didn't get to be much of a teenager. I mean, this thing
I
consumed your
mean, I
life.
had
You
my
were in prison
entire
for almost a year. I mean, brother, I feel so bad for you. You didn't get to experience 18, 19, and 20 like a normal 18, 19, 20-year-old.
17, 18, 19,
17,
20.
pardon me. That's right. 17, the day of the incident. You were 17. I mean, I feel for you. We talk offline quite a bit, folks, and this young man has been put through more than, as I said, most all of us have ever been put through in our lives. And so if you can help him out, help him out. He's had some things behind the scenes where people have screwed him over, taken the little money he did have, not treat him right, not be honest. And so, Kyle, whatever we can do on this program and I can personally do to help you out, I will. And we're going to beat this one because this lawsuit is so meritless. I can't imagine a judge even allowing this thing to go to trial. But we know we're living in a crazy clown world these days, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Kyle, God bless you. Stay strong, brother.
Thank you, Dan.
Yep. Take care.